Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition with me, Bring It Dawn. So I loaded in and succeeded at some lore nature checks right off the bat. So if you guys are interested in what a barbarian archer has to offer, well, there you go. It's got some stuff. Alright, anyway, let's heal up a smidge. Then we're gonna head inside to Armag's tomb.
Yes, I'm still here.
Speak.
We're gonna put Critter Heroism on my main character and Ekadayo. Then blur in all the melee combatants. Where's poison at? Actually, I saw Death Ward. I should go ahead and put Death Ward on everybody as well. Very good spell. I don't think there's any specters or ghosts in Armag's tomb, but there is a one nasty enemy that I think uses enervation. He might not. I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Interesting.
Right. The Kelly tribal fetish, and fresh footprints are easily visible along the dusty floor, which hadn't seen guests in many years. And look, there are specters, so you know what? I'm glad I did what I did. I am going to quick save here because there's a lot of experience possible. And actually, why? That's how I should be standing. Okay. Alright. We felt a cold breeze as soon as we entered the room. Ice shards appeared on the walls and floor, and a labyrinth of thick ice walls grew up around us. The walls are waist high to a human, but they are head high to me. The center of the room had a pressure plate on the floor, while the entrance to the labyrinth had a massive pedestal carrying a tiger statue made of ice. The exit was at the far end of the room, locked of course, and the inscription above it read, Trial of Strength. The air in the room was cool, and the temperature dropped with each passing moment. It seemed like the magic was stealing all warmth from the room bit by bit. Wasting no more time, so you want to pick option 5 if you want to get everything that's in the tomb. I don't know if they've changed that or not, but I would do recommend intelligence. Explore the labyrinth in search of the right path to the center, just to get some extra experience. Oh, we failed. Wait, why did she do it? Hold on. She doesn't have our highest intelligence, does she? Higher than Lindsay? Uh-oh. Alright, well then, alright, let's... whatever. I think it's like 33 experience for a 25 difficulty check. This we'll succeed in. Try to cheat by standing on the pressure plate ourselves. We took damage. Why do we take damage? What? Having come up... Oh, because it's freezing. Never mind. Having come to the pressure plate, someone chanced to look up and notice a huge spot of black soot on the ceiling above it. The labyrinth's builders must have anticipated our plan and arranged something special for anyone trying to cheat their way through. Taking that into consideration, we decided to find another solution rather than take any chances. Because when you do the when the statue is put on the pillar or on the pedestal or pressure plate, whatever, pillar of flame shoots up. I don't know if it'll automatically kill whoever's standing on it, but they do take a bunch of fire. I think everybody takes fire damage, so you can do that if you cast a communal resist fire beforehand. Anyway, I started breaking through the walls to make a straight path to the center of the room. Before the biting frost could turn us into icicles, we began breaking the ice walls and pushing the statue through the gaps, moving ever closer to the center. Finally, the last wall fell, and we pushed the ice tiger onto the pressure plate. The pressure plate trembled beneath the statue's weight, and then a roaring pillar of flame erupted all the way to the ceiling. The ice tiger evaporated in a heartbeat, along with the entire labyrinth. The room warmed rapidly, even becoming a bit hot. The stone door opened, and the path was clear. A cold chill emanates from the room.
In due time.
Let's do it once around. These,
How curious.
a lot of these vents have the Kellid travel fetishes, and I think they might have some of the artifacts that you find, or for the I forgot what it's called. As in, I can't think of the words. There's a piece of armor, an artifact you can make out of barbarian pieces. Is it rune-covered leather? It's rune-covered leather. A centuries-old layer of dust covers the floor of this passage. No one has walked here in many years.
What a surprise.
Except for this guy.
Something here.
It's actually 2 barbarian sets, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so Ancient Kellid Adornment piece. There's a story one, and then there's an item artifact as well for barbarians. You hear a low, barely audible whisper. Seems like listening just a bit more would let you understand the words. And that's how you get possessed. Alright, so before we go in here, let us cast Protection from Evil.
Anything else?
Alright, there is a Ferocious Devourer.
Adventures call to them.
I'm pretty sure there's a trap.
I see
Yeah,
something.
I remember that.
I grant you death.
Scared? You should be.
Force him to me. We're actually going to try and cast that on him as well. If we can get Hideous Laughter on him, that would be cool.
Wretched
This
thing.
will hurt.
There. This body holds no.
Yeah, she should have been the one to tank this, but it's fine. She can't die. So it's not a... doesn't matter if she does or not.
What troubles you?
Share your will.
But I think that my main character could have tanked that without taking any damage. Alright, Battle Giant Strength +4, Name of Natural Armor +3, Ring of Protection 2, and Cloak of Resistance 2. Ring of Natural Armor 3. Does anyone need 3?
How curious.
Alright, let's quick save before we open up the chests, in case I fail the attempt.
Applause, please.
Ghost Leather. So this is some of the best armor in the game, in my opinion. The surface of this leather has a strange gloss, as if it was only half real. This +3 leather armor grants its wearer the effect of greater invisibility spell for 2 rounds, whenever the enemy successfully hits them. So very good. I like it on Knock Knock. I might put it on Jathal. Because we don't... if I used Dazzling Display, this would be really good. She had an extra 3, so she'd have 26 armor class. Which is pretty good. But Ghost Leather is also good, so whenever she takes damage, she gets greater invisibility for 2 rounds, which is also just superb.
I'm there.
We'll try it out. I'll probably end up giving her Reaper's Vest, because I like having Ghost Leather on...
Look ahead.
Oh, goodness. Everybody, chill out. I think Ghost Leather is really good on Knock Knock.
Anything else?
It's probably just really good on
Would
everybody,
you look
but
at that?
it's just really good armor. It's awesome.
Applause, please.
What a surprise.
Applause, please.
Yeah, there are a ton of traps in this area.
Anything else?
Rune-covered ancient leather scrap. That's kind of right. Did I say script-covered leather? So yeah, that makes the barbarian
I
artifact.
see something.
These poor fools came in search of Armag's resting place, but they found their own deaths instead.
Applause, please.
720 experience for that trap.
Curious.
It's really good. A lot of experience.
Would you look at that? Applause, please. I see something.
A ton of traps down this hallway.
Anything else? Applause, please.
There's nothing else down here. Just leads back to the ice room. Right. Right. Hey. Only there's a room there. If there was, Jthal would have found it. I can't believe I failed that intelligence check. Who has my... $14, 16. Oh, she only has 14, really? Oh.
I do what I must.
I like the artwork for these, the stories. Though these are kind of lackluster. I really like these art. I haven't paid a lot of attention to them.
Serves you right.
Let's make this quick.
Strider were the legends.
Radical. Oh, hold on. Oh, quick save before I activate any chests, because I don't want to...
It's just not my lucky
See?
day.
That's why I quick saved. Oh, did it save before I... I don't think I waited long enough.
Anything else?
And I did. Giant scrambled egg with Shambletus. Yeah, this is where the lockpicks get a little more
How
difficult.
curious.
It's always worth saving before doing, so you don't leave any loot behind.
Applause, please.
Ring of Protection +3. Does anyone need...
In due time.
Let's make sure I don't miss any loot, so I'll go around the room one more time. Now, the next floor, I think, is much bigger than this one.
Tashani Savitu. Tashani Savitu.
Alright, down we go. Go ahead and grab all of it. Medium encumbrance isn't that bad. It's not that good either. It's medium. Somewhere in the middle.
Let's finish them quick.
Unworthy.
The walls are made of rough stone and have almost no decorations. I do think that you can come back to Armag's tomb whenever you want.
I'm there.
It's not one of the areas that gets closed off. Like Mordecai's tomb, I don't think you can go back to. Is there a golem in here?
Serves
Earth
you
elemental.
right.
And a bloody bones beast. Alright, let's take care of that guy first.
I'm still here.
Keep your eyes open. Now is the beginning of the hunt.
Anything is possible.
Try and slow them down. I make killing them much easier.
My gift to you.
Alright, awesome. See, the top of Armag's tomb is really small. I think down here's, yeah, much larger.
Applause, please.
Scrolls of Heal. Very, very valuable find. Oh, that was just a skeletal champion. That wasn't a bloody bones beast. Should have quick save before I came in here. Now, step away from the wall. We decided to postpone this trial for later. So we stepped away from the wall. All the plates returned to their starting positions. We could afford to spend time recovering. When we returned, we'd have to start over from the beginning. And that's fine, because I wanted to quick save before we went in there.
I do what I must.
Alright. 3 palm-sized pressure plates were installed by the heavy locked door. One was covered in ice crystals, one had tiny sparks running across it, the last had smoke rising from it. The inscription above the plates read, "Trial by Pain," which shows one of our companions who decided to... Yeah, why don't we just go for trickery on each one? Disarm the first plate's mechanism. Yeah. Obviously Lindsay. Why should anyone have to endure any pain when we have a true trap specialist with us? After Lindsay tinkered with the mechanism for a bit, the pressure plate sank into the depths of the niche on its own. Or niche. Ice crystals crunching along the way. We dealt with the first plate, only 2 more remained. We asked one of our companions to disarm the second plate's mechanism. If anyone or anything ever offers to let you take part in an event called Trial by Pain, I'd say it's in your best interest to decline. Once Lindsay had studied the plate closely, she applied her tools to the task, and the plate sank into the niche, crackling with harmless jolts of electricity. 2 plates down, 1 to go, which shows one of our companions who decided to disarm the third plate's mechanism. Boop, boop. Putting one's hand into a furnace isn't the sort of entertainment I'd recommend to any adventurer. Fortunately, we were with Lindsay, so there was no need. Once she applied her skills, the plate receded into the niche on its own in a cloud of smoke. There it was, the last plate. We passed the trial of pain. The stone door moved aside, opening the path to new trials and new pains. So, you can do it that way, where the first one, the trial of strength, it is highly recommended that you do it the appropriate way, because I think it locks you out of the... fighting that...
Taste my fury.
Devourer.
Just been exposed.
I might need
Another Kelly tribal fetish.
I'm off.
How curious.
anything else?
Bunch of star knives. Knives. Not knives.
I'm there.
Alright. So regardless of what you do here, you do have to fight a Bloody Bones beast. But on this side, you have to fight an elemental. This side is two specters.
In due time.
But they both lead to the Trial of Pain.
You should take a
Oh,
look.
hello. There are fresh traces of blood and soot on the floor by the door. The floor by the
Follow
door.
if you dare.
Oh crap! I remember this place. Maybe if you solve the trial by paying the appropriate way, you don't have to go through all these darn traps. What does it say? Just about the traps installed here, the creator's cruelty was matched only by their ingenuity. Oh, we should be fine to just run through it now. We have plenty of resistances. Let's go. Yeah, we're not taking any damage. It's not a big deal. We got a Kelid thing there. Ancient machinery clanks and clatters as it comes to life, somewhere underground.
I'm there. Interesting.
Yeah, so we got the, oh, where's it at? There we go. Ancient Kelid Sword Shard. So that's another piece of this set. Also, we should memorize that. Part of the Kelid set.
I do what I must.
Same description as earlier. We just run through. We're not taking damage. So it's fine. You hear a soft clicking sound from the corridor behind you. Seems the traps won't trouble you on the way back. But she actually took some damage there. Let's go think we have fire resist up.
Stand against me.
Frail your flesh is.
What a surprise.
Alright, quick save and loot. Amulet of Agile Fist +2. Fantastic. Not all of Armag's trophies are on display. Because this is not his tomb. Well, the whole place is his tomb, but this is not his final resting place.
Sorry, was lost.
Tashani Savitur.
The
Tashani
end draws near.
Maybe I should have given Harem the bladed plate mail.
This will
Scared?
hurt.
You should be.
Cannot hide from me.
Is he completely immune? Yeah. A little unfortunate. Yeah, I have the Devourer of Metal if I needed to actually do damage to those guys, but I think I'll be fine regardless.
Applause, please.
Really should have quick saved before opening that, or trying to open that.
How curious.
Applause, please.
Oh, there's a Sonic communal. I'm gonna quick save again.
I'm off. Their life ends here.
What a surprise.
Much more junk. The quick save. That I think there's golems in one of these hidden rooms. Oh, sorry, this is the big area. This leads forward, I think. This back here, I think, is a dead end. I could be wrong about that.
Look ahead.
This is a dead end.
I'm there.
How curious.
Anything else?
Hidden treasure is a reward for perceptive eye. And a quick save. I know there's a lot of quick saves in here, but there's a lot of locked chests. I don't want to leave anything behind. Korgoth's Shackled Fury. Korgoth was a half-orc Hell Knight of the Order of the Nail. Hardly anyone ever saw him remove his armor, and he was recognizable mostly by a belt that never left his waist. His duty was to seek out possible locations for an Order of the Nail outpost in the River Kingdoms, intended to bring law to the savage frontier. Raised by the brutality and cruelty of orcs, he was the epitome of self-loathing, and grew to despise his own kind. At a young age, he ran from his tribe and stumbled across a human blacksmith in a small town outside Korvosa. He was adopted by the man and raised into a fanatical follower of law and justice, joining the Order of the Nail upon adulthood. His belt paradoxically became his savagery and held his savagery in check, while also serving as a reminder of his upbringing. Anytime he encountered a particularly savage beast or fearsome foe, he would tear some of their teeth out and add them to his belt as a reminder that the savagery within us all must be tamed by any means necessary. This belt grants a +6 enhancement bonus to strength, a +5 competence bonus to persuasion skill checks when used to intimidate, and a -3 penalty to persuasion skill checks when used for diplomacy. It also allows the wearer to enter Rage as a barbarian for 8 rounds per day. Only lawful characters can equip Korgoth's Shackled Fury. So that's actually really good for a paladin. Especially if you're going for like a... It's actually going to be really good for my next build that I do. My next build is going to be an orc, and it's going to be a Fear Barbarian. I'm going to do a level of Thug, and then a bunch of levels of Barbarian. Using like Cornigan Smash and Power Attack.
Strike when Satan.
Wretched things.
Why was her Death Ward? Plus, shouldn't she be immune to that anyway? Because she's, you know, undead. Sky Metal Cogwheel.
I'm always ready.
That's just a one of the relics you can turn in for a quick buck.
Follow if you dare.
Well, I guess there isn't. There's the Iron
Nowhere to
Golem.
run.
Ah, test of my abilities.
Stop. Look.
Alright, and then Ancient Keled Clothing Rag. So that's 3 out of 5, I believe. I think they're all in this tomb, which makes sense once we learn the story.
Please.
Manticore skin boots. Made of a magical predator's hide, these boots tremble a bit even when nobody wears them, as if trying to run after prey. This boots grants its wearer a plus 10 bonus to movement to speed, and plus 4 enhancement bonus to natural armor. So... what is this? Is plus 2? They should get her like a plus 3. Okay.
I do what I must.
We're almost done with this episode. Just want to get back down here and connect this up with the other
Despicable.
locations.
To the dust you will go.
Came true.
Does she have cleave? No, I gave cleave to Miri.
Applause, please.
A bunch more
I'm
junk.
there.
We'll grab all this stuff when we leave. And this should connect back to where we've already been. So the way forward is over here to the east.
I'll take care of it.
Just trying to burn through some potions. Alright. We call the episode here, and the next one we'll continue through Armag's tomb. It should only take one more episode to complete, though there is a fair bit of dialogue a little bit further in. Yeah, we should finish it up next time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.